Hey y'all, good morning. Oh, hey y'all, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time y'all watching this, y'all. Raggedy, you get me as I come, okay? Ain't Flo is here. You see her knocking? Well, let her in, cause yeah, we all gonna try to make it through. Y'all know she kind of mean. She kind of mean. She kind of got attitude problem. She kind of got attitude problem. Color purple. I tell you. Boohoo crying, y'all. Girl, if I would have seen Color Purple, if I would have went to the movie theater to see that, I can't believe I would have cried that many times. Girl, I can cry and cry and cry. Girl, I was like, okay, let me stop crying. So if a child walk in here, they don't see me crying. Girl, steady crying, 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 crying. Just because I'm an empath and I don't like movies like that where the dad is listening. Girl, that's too much abuse. The whole thing was abusive. Girl, Celie, I love the new Color Purple though. I definitely rank it above the first Color Purple. I do. It gave more detail. I did think that what was the lady name that said you told Harpo to be me, Harpo White, Sophia. I didn't know Sophia spent 6 years in jail. 6 years. And what's name went and seen her every week. Girl, I'm about to cry just thinking about it. All that right there, all that genuine love and girl. So I feel like I know God is real because He is in you, girl. Crying again, about to cry now. And that's the thing. Then Celie them daddy set up in church every Sunday. That's the thing you realize. Like these men set up in it. They sit up in this church every Sunday and be the most vile, the most sick men that you can meet. I ain't know what was gonna make me cry, what was not gonna make me cry, what was gonna have me in my feelings. All of it had me in my feelings. I love that Suge Avery didn't call Celie ugly in the new one. They say that for Mister and her daddy, as where it came from the gate from a man. But at the same time, it definitely was a lot. It was a lot. All of the things that happened was a lot. It was a lot emotionally. I'm a woman. I got a lot of emotion, got a lot of feelings. And they be emotional in it, and they be feeling in it. Baby, Celie baby's being took. It was by her daddy. Come to find out that's not her daddy. Her daddy died and her mama married that daddy. And what it makes me think wholeheartedly about is that there are men that, happily in a relationship that sit and tell their women, their wives, that they want a relationship like Celie and Mister. I want it like my grandparents was. My grandma stayed. Suge Avery came up in her house. That man, first of all, Mr. Daddy was just as sick as him. That's where he get all his ways from. He's sick. Not that that's where he got his ways from, because he chose that. Because don't forget, what's his son name? You told Harpo to be me. Harpo grew up with his daddy. You remember he watched his daddy knock his new girl out. I'm sure he watched him watch his mom out. And that was his granddaddy. He still wasn't that. He tried. Nah. Why Celie told Harpo to go over there and try that shit with Sophia is beyond me. But like Celie said, she told her because she was jealous. She was like, I'm jealous because Mr. beat me. Girl. Crying again. Crying again. Go when I tell y'all, I sit here, that thing had me crying. Crying again. Because genuinely, why did you tell him? And genuinely, that's when you don't. That's when you know somebody is your friend. Like I did tell him that. She was like, "Did you tell him that?" She said, "No." She said, "Yes, you did." She said, "I did." She was like, "Why did you tell him that?" She was like, "Cause I was jealous." Boo crying. First of all, Sophia sat there and sung that song to her about, I forgot, pick your head up, be a woman, don't let no man, da da da. Baby, and that hoe was packing up that house and leaving. Baby, you got but one chance to hit me, and I'm gonna try to knock your soul out your ass, but at the same time, I'm finna go. Cause if you bold enough, not bold, cause that's not the word. If you hate me enough to raise your fist to me as your I'm out of whew, Whew. Yes. Up out of here. Up out of here. Baby, Sophia said, I fought with my daddy. I fought with my brothers. I fought with my uncles. I'm not about to fight in my own house. Ooh! Oh! What you say? Because it doesn't matter. I hear a lot of times people be saying, I went through that and that's why I accepted it. No, baby. What you went through, you had no choice as a child. As a grown person, get over that hurt, that pain, and baby, don't ever accept it again. Ever. Love yourself too much, baby. Whoo, 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 whoo. Love you and God. Cha. That damn Color Purple ain't down. I'm like, oh my God. Oh yeah. Suge Avery. Who was Suge? Oh, Mary J. Blige. Girl, look, I have things I call people to remind me who they is. But yeah, her. Yeah, a good Suge. That man daddy came up in his house, Celie spitting his water because he was talking bad about Suge. He said, you got that hoe up in your house. Celie spit in the water. Nah, I ain't even get that out the First Color Purple. I did not get out the First Color Purple that she spit in his water because he was talking about Suge. And then the daddy was on Celie's side as much as he could be, being a man that don't like women. He like, you some kind of woman to allow your husband to have another hoe in your house. Baby, everybody told Celie she was some type. Baby, look, for you to stay with this girl. Favorite part. I'm gonna wait. Y'all tell me y'all favorite part in the comment down section. If you watch me talk about this, you watch The Color Purple. I ain't no reason for you to watch this if you ain't watch The Color Purple. You not watching me talk about no Color Purple. Why I look like The Color Purple. So what was your reason what was the best part of The Color Purple for you? And I'm gonna wait while you type. I'm gonna wait while you type. And then I'm gonna tell you my favorite part of Color Purple. Girl, my favorite part. Because y'all could have paused me so that I ain't got to wait that long. Pause it while you type. Okay, cool. My favorite part. It didn't get delivered in the First Color Purple as it got delivered in this one. Sophia wasn't the same after she got out of prison with the woman. We all knew that part though. It didn't convey that she didn't speak. She didn't say nothing. She didn't have no emotions about nothing. Y'all. She said, you like dead horse shit? Bed under the y'all cracked me up. Cracked me up. The fact Suge Avery took, I'm finna cry. Girl, I be feeling that is gonna make me cry. But Suge Avery took Celie home with her, and the fact you seen how Celie and them was living like they were still in slavery. And look at the difference how Suge Avery is living in Tennessee. I don't know what's the name of what did they tell us this time? I think they did. I think they did say what they was somewhere. Was they in Georgia? I don't know where they was. The actresses I love, Celie, actress fitting, the girl actresses for Netties. I mean, all the actresses great roles. I did think Sophia was gonna turn from. I thought when she went to jail, she was gonna turn from her young self and turn into Oprah, but she didn't. Oh, see, Georgia Coast, 1909. House beautiful, gorgeous. Like it was night and day, just gorgeous. Like, even though it's the same time that they were still um living like that, but it was some well off Negroes. Not Negroes, girl. Girl, don't say that. Don't say that. That's every time she had a baby, she sold the baby name on a blanket. Celie gift was of sewing. Celie could sew. That's what her mama taught her before she died. Had Olivia and Adam. And that's how she knew Olivia was hers when she saw her one day in the store. She dropped her thing, but she was with her mama. She dropped her rattle. Celie had that rattle from then until, baby, to now. Celie always had that rattle. And then Mr. gave back That curse that Celie put on Mister, I didn't even get that. Like, I didn't know the magnitude of that. Like, that curse I put on you, won't nothing good come from you or this girl until you do good by me. Mister passed out up in that field. I thought he had died at first. I was like, oh, now he died. I thought he had died. I was like, Harpo gonna feel bad because he put his dad out, and then daddy died out in that cornfield. He ain't died, but he sat out there and he cried and he told the Lord he gonna do right by her. He gonna do right by her, and he did. As much, but child, the way he treated that woman, I don't think it's that level of forgiveness. That level of forgiveness that Celie had for Mister. Because a lot of times when y'all see y'all grandparents, that's the Celie and Mister y'all saw at that picnic at the end of the movie that y'all was raised by. Y'all was raised by Celie and Mister at that Easter picnic where she got her own business back because her daddy died and lied and said it was his business in his house. That was her house. That was her mama's property. That was passed, or her daddy's property. That was passed. Her mama put her and her sister's name on that deed. That didn't even belong to a man. And they took it, sold them children, sold Celie for a cow and two eggs. Not even a chicken, where you can get eggs repeatedly. A cow and eggs. This her store. That's her land. That's her house. And you got the nerve to sell her to Mister? Ooh, child. If you don't like men, don't watch Color Purple. Shh, do not watch Color Purple, baby. It's gonna solidify. Why? Ooh, child, they evil. Ooh. You know what I wish they would have shown? I wish they would have shown Sophia knocking. I wish they would have shown her clucking couple ass. Man, y'all, when I tell you I holler. Okay? I tell you I hollered. Girl. They had them a time. They had them a time. I was there for the time too. I had me a time watching them have a time. But yeah, ooh, ooh. So yeah, Celia daddy had two children, and then comes to find out though, that's not her biological dad. Did I say that already? That's not her biological daddy. Her biological daddy had died when they was little, and her mama married whatever her daddy name. And yeah, but that's how the property is in the kid's name and not in that man's name. That was they stole and that was their house. Okay, then the man, Mister, came by for Nettie because he seen Nettie walking home from school and coming on to her, and he an old man, and Nettie was, of course, telling him no, 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 no. So he came to their daddy and asked for Nettie hand in marriage. He was like, no, you can't get Nettie. She's smart. He was like, but you can get Celie. The man said, that ugly thing that just went in that store, I don't want that. Her daddy said, I know she ugly, but she worked hard like a man. And that's why he took Celie. These men more like their granddaddies than they actually no. Actually. Yeah, you would take that. Celie went to that nasty, filthy, trifling house as a little girl, cleaned it up, cooked, got her body took some more. It's already been taken by her dad. Now it's taken it by Mister. And he had three badass children, big ass children too. They like 5, 6, 7, or 7, 8, 9, something. And kept that house clean, fed them children. That house was filthy. Filthy. The house was filthy in that filthy ass house. He never appreciated. He never appreciated that woman. Everything she did for years and years and years. Mister never even liked her. That's crazy. That was his wife. Never even liked her. She didn't want Suge to go because her husband didn't beat her when she was there. It be seeming like to some, it seems like it's so far fetched. It's not. It's actually not. It's actually what be happening. It's actually what goes on. Suge was the reason she found her sister letters. Suge was the one that was at the mailbox. That started at the juke joint. Suge went to got the mail from the mailman and saw a Nettie letter, and that's why he was passed out drunk because he said she leaving too. And then she woke Celia up and she was like, Nettie wrote you, it's a letter. And then she was like, if it's this letter came, it's other letters because in the letter it said she had been writing her and she hoped she get it because she know the man, da da da. They went look for the letters, found the letters. And she was like, go ahead and read because then they could hear Mr. coming because Harpo had done woke him up, told him to get out the juke joint. Harpo house was the juke joint. Y'all, so the daddy didn't want Harpo to build a house. Harpo built that house for Sophia. It's so good. It's so good and so at times. So Harpo built the house on the swamp. So all of a sudden, Mister hear a bunch of hammering and nailing going on. He go outside. He's like, "What is you doing?" He introduced. Well, Harpo didn't want to introduce Sophia to his dad and them. He had no choice. Sophia introduced herself to his dad and them because she was pregnant. And then Harpo daddy asked these trifling dude. He was like, "How we know that that's Harpo child?" She said, "You ain't got to know that it's Harpo child. Harpo, no, that is Harpo child. What are you talking about?" Oh, baby, everybody needs a Sophia. I just hate I didn't get to see Sophia cluck Harpo. That's the only part. That's the only part was left off. I want to see her in a clucker. I want to see her clucking. But yeah, so Sophia went there to tell them that she was pregnant or whatever. Because in the thing, they walked into it, I don't know what that was like. I don't know, somewhere in town like a pool hall, but and on the wall it say no women, no children, no children. They can't spell. They can't spell. So it said no women, no children, no gambling, and no something else. So when the man said, hey, read the wall. He was like, do you know how to read? She's like, yeah, I know how to read. It said no women. And some she said, girl, Sophia wasn't stunning none of them folks. As she shouldn't. Harpo was out there building a house. And they stayed by the swamp. His dad said, you can't build no damn house on no damn swamp, boy. He said, Daddy, either pick up a hammer in there and help me build my house for my woman, or go on back up in there. It don't matter. He was like, this is my land. His dad said, what are you doing? Because that's his dad's land. His dad, he told his dad, he was like, nah, this is my part of the land. Granddaddy gave me this land. He was like, it's swamp land. You don't build no house on no swamp. He said, watch me. And he did. He built that house for Sophia. Sophia then moved in. Y'all was so, I'm going to watch it again. Hopefully I don't cry when I watch it this time, child, Lord Jesus. Hopefully. He built the house for Sophia. And when Sophia left his ass after he hit her, she left. Amen. Then he turned the house into a juke joint. His daddy asked him to turn it to something. He was like, no, turn it into a juke joint. And a juke joint ain't nothing but a club, y'all. So yeah, he turned it into a juke joint. And y'all, I talk. This is how I talk. I can't help it. I'm not gonna tell it in order. It's gonna jump around because it's gonna jump. How my memory jump. But okay, so remember he sold Celie for a cow and 2 eggs to Mister. And then when he sold her, he went up into his other daughter's room, which is Nettie. And Nettie ran away from home. Nettie said, Daddy tried to touch me. And then she asked Celie, can she come stay? And then she said, yeah, we got to ask Mister. And then she asked Mister, can she stay? She said, yeah. Y'all already know how that was going to end. He, of course, going to try her. She kicked him needed him in his balls. He threw her out in the rain, told her, get away from here, don't come back. Pulled out the shotgun, shot in the air. I kill you both if I catch you back around my house. Well, we learned from the letters that she was writing that when she left him, she went somewhere and she ran into a pastor and his wife, and they needed a babysitter and a teacher or something for their children. A lawyer and his wife, and they needed a babysitter for their children. And the the children was Adam and Olivia. Child, I'm about to cry again. Oh, Nettie raised what's the name children. I can't not cry. The lawyer and his wife couldn't have children, and that's why they adopted Nettie children from. Girl, that's why they bought them. I don't know why I'm sitting here trying to sound like it's girl. They bought them from they dad. Then Suge came in the town, and then she asked, "What's her name?" She asked Celie. She said, "How long you and Albert been a thing?" She said, "Who is Albert?" Your husband, girl. She said, "Oh, I thought his name was Mister." She said, "Girl, no, that's a surname. That's everybody is a Mister. He want to be so important. Oh, ain't nothing no funnier when they talk shit about Mister, cause baby, and that's what a lot of time, like a lot of times people sit and wonder why women gossip. It was because they got not just because they got treated so bad at home by their men that they had to be with. They didn't have another choice. What else could they do besides gossip? That's why gossiping started with women sitting around gossiping to other women about they men because the men was abusive, mistreating. And to get that out, there was no other way of expressing that without getting slapped, your ass getting slapped to them dirt dog ass flows. I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, it was that. When she left, she told Celia she was gonna come back for her. She did not lie. When she came back married. Came back married with her little light skinned man with some finger waves, child. And at the dinner table, she told because they thought Suge was coming to stay like she normally stayed to perform and spend the night and be a hoe. But no, came with her husband and she came to get her mother friend Celia. And ooh, child. That man did not want that woman to go. But of course, you done sat there and mistreated that woman all that time. Act like I was in an abusive relationship. This don't make no sense. I promise. I've never stayed in an abusive relationship. I don't know why that triggers me so. I just hate it.